This is footage from an ISIS video denouncing Arab nations for their part in U.S.-led airstrikes against the Islamic State. The video concludes with the terrorist group burning a Jordanian pilot alive. Fox News has the entire 22.5-minute video posted on their website with merely a warning written into the title. But when ISIS beheaded American journalist James Foley, news organizations took a starkly different approach.
Late today, a brutal video surfaced, apparently showing an American journalist, a young man from New Hampshire, executed, beheaded by members of the violent Islamic group ISIS. The images are too graphic to show the details.
And it's a very chilling video. It's something no one will want to see.
And even though news organizations decided not to play the video, it rapidly spread through social media and sparked a Twitter campaign to refuse to watch the footage out of respect for Foley.
This is a very tricky issue. This is content that offends people and is being circulated by people, not people who generated the video. Right? Is it newsworthy? Is it advancing the interests of a terrorist organization? What's the right answer there? What's the platform's responsibility for allowing stuff to move or being the bottleneck, whether they should be the bottleneck or whether they are being it? And are they sort of vulnerable to both political pressure and the kind of swell of public sentiment, where the kind of sense of horror about the video becomes clear should remove this?
But this same respect isn't applied to all victims of violence.
Black victims of police violence have to have, or of state violence, have to have overwhelming evidence that it has occurred, and overwhelming visual evidence that it has occurred for a lot of people to actually believe it's happened.
I want to just warn our viewers, what you are about to see is disturbing video of this police officer shooting and killing this 17-year-old teenager. We'll show you the video right now, but if you don't want to see it, this is a good time to turn your head away.
That's a problem. Part of the problem is we shouldn't have to see it to believe how horrific it is. He shot him 16 times. Knowing the details in itself should be enough in and of itself. Right now, what we've been doing, I think, is really, it's become almost a fetish in seeing black pain and black death. And we're glorifying it and really desensitizing ourselves to it.
If the image is just merely violent, that is to say it shows us something that we would already suspected, then the violence might just be gratuitous and not very useful at all. But in the case, for example, of the Chicago police officer shooting, that very graphic video, in fact, showed us a series of events that is contrary to what the police said occurred. So the images are closer to a truth, and they actually help us to understand something we wouldn't have understood before.
Upon notification that the dashboard footage would be released publicly, the Chicago police officer was charged with first-degree murder, a year after the incident. While news organizations had lots of control over the news agenda in recent history, Web 2.0 has brought about drastic changes. In particular, social media platforms have allowed us to share information that is deemed too graphic to air on television news. But who determines what can be posted on social media sites, and what should be censored for being too graphic?